What could make a man whose entire life was built on logic, a mathematician who demanded proof for everything, bow his head to a god he once insisted did not exist? This is the story of Dr. Jeffrey Lang, a professor who spent 10 years as an atheist and who found his way to Islam not through argument alone, but through a question he could not escape. Jeffrey Lang was born in 1954 in Bridgeport, Connecticut, into a devout Roman Catholic family. For the first 18 years of his life, he attended Catholic schools. But the more he learned, the more questions rose in his mind. Questions no one around him could answer. If there is a God, and he is all-merciful and all-loving, he would ask, then why is there suffering on this earth? It was a sincere question, but the answers he received did not satisfy him. By the age of 18, Jeffrey Lang declared himself an atheist. His father, grieved, told him, "God will bring you to your knees, Jeffrey." What Lang did not know was that something had already begun, something that made no sense to a man who trusted only logic. Shortly after becoming an atheist, he began having a recurring dream. In it, he stood in a small, plain room with a red and white carpet. Around him, men sat in rows. Together they bowed down, their faces to the floor, in complete silence. In front, a figure in a long white gown led them. He did not know it then, but he was dreaming of something he had never seen: Muslim men in prayer. The dream returned for years, and each time he woke, he felt strangely at peace. 10 years passed. Lang completed his studies and became a mathematics lecturer at the University of San Francisco. There he met a student named Mahmoud Kandil, a Saudi student who answered every question with calm confidence. The two became friends, though they did not speak of religion. Then, one day, Kandil handed him a copy of the Quran. Lang was not looking for a religion. He opened the book the way a skeptic opens anything, expecting to find mistakes. But something unexpected happened. He described it this way: "You cannot simply read the Quran, not if you take it seriously. It attacks tenaciously, directly, personally. It debates, criticizes, and challenges." Night after night, he would form his objections, and night after night, he would find the answer waiting in the next passage. "I was at a severe disadvantage," he admitted, "for it became clear that the author knew me better than I knew myself." The man of logic had met a truth he could not disprove. Lang's resistance crumbled. He found the small prayer hall where a few Muslim students gathered, in the basement of a church on campus. There he declared his faith with the Shahada, the testimony that there is no God but Allah and that Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, is his messenger. Then came the afternoon prayer. He stood in the rows with the other students, and as they bowed, something stopped him cold. The scene before him was the dream: the red and white carpet, the rows, the figure in the white gown leading the prayer beneath a window, flooding the room with light. He later wrote of that moment, "The dream!" I screamed inwardly. "The dream exactly." The dream he had seen for 10 years as an atheist, a dream he had long forgotten, was now unfolding in front of him. He was not dreaming this time. It was real. What followed was not easy. Lang described his first prayer alone, in his apartment, in words that reveal the full weight of the moment. He washed, faced what he hoped was the direction of Mecca, and whispered, "Allahu Akbar." Then came the prostration, lowering himself to the floor for the first time. "I could not lower myself to the floor," he wrote, "like a slave dropping before his master. It was as if my legs had braces on them that would not let me bend." He forced himself down, and in that surrender, something broke open in him. A wave of coldness swept through me. It was as if mercy had taken on an objective form, and it was now penetrating and enveloping me. I began to cry. The man who once denied God had come, exactly as his father foretold, to his knees. and found, in that surrender, a mercy he had never known. Jeffrey Lang went on to become a professor of mathematics at the University of Kansas. He wrote books, among them Even Angels Ask, that have guided countless reverts and born Muslims alike. But the lesson of his story is not about a dream, or even about a book. It is about sincerity. He did not convert because someone argued him into it. He converted because he was honest enough to follow the truth wherever it led, even when it led him somewhere he never expected. Sincere knowledge should lead to humility, and the truth is more important than status or public opinion. Follow for more stories from Islamic history.